In the face of the rising military pressure on Pyongyang, leader Kim Jong-un appears to be taking part in military drills aimed at defending the capital. The North's reign of terror continues as Lee Myung-soo rises to army chief, succeeding Lee Yong-gil, who is rumored to have been executed. And the Marine Corps of South Korea and the U.S. have decided to hold drills next month aimed at simulating a deep inland infiltration of North Korea. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Monday, February 22nd. I'm Luke Clary. In the face of the rising military pressure on Pyongyang, Dictator Kim Jong-un appears to be taking part in military drills aimed at defending the capital. The leader's latest moves were made public in a series of photographs. Here's more.
Flames gush out of a row of tanks. This military drill aimed at defending Pyongyang was held by the North Korean Army's mechanized units. Donning a fedora hat and holding a baton, Kim Jong-un is personally overseeing the drill.
혁명의 수도 평양을 적들의 그 어떤 침공으로부터도 믿음직하게 사수하기 위한 작전 준비를 더욱 완성하는 데 목적을 두었습니다.
It's quite unprecedented for North Korea to openly announce that its military drill is aimed at defending Pyongyang. Observers say that through this military exercise, Pyongyang seeks to counter the deployment of U.S. strategic assets on the Korean Peninsula, such as the F-22 fighter jets and nuclear submarines, as well as a joint South Korea-U.S. military drill slated for early March. The exercise will target the North's nuclear and missile facilities as well as its leader. The North's Air Force drill, which was also attended by Kim Jong-un, involved the MiG-29 and MiG-23 jets, two relatively latest models possessed by the North. Their deployment also reflects Pyongyang's concerns over the rising military pressure from the South. Kim Jong-un's participation in military drills for the first time in 1.5 months points to the possibility of Pyongyang stepping up its military provocations in the future.
North Korea's state-run media has officially confirmed that Lee Myung-soo has been named army chief in the north, succeeding Lee Yong-gil, who is rumored to have been executed, another victim in North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's reign of terror. Here's more.
A figure closely follows Kim Jong-un as he directs a military exercise. He is Lee Myung-soo, who took office as chief of the Korean People's Army General Staff following the execution of his predecessor, Lee Yong-gil. The position is equivalent to chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff in South Korea. North Korean media referred to Lee by his title, making his new role official.
인민부력부장인 육군대장 박영식 동지, 조선인민군 총참모장인 육군대장 리명수 동지가 마주했습니다.
Lee Myung-soo is the fifth army chief since Kim Jong-un took power. Of his four predecessors, three were purged or executed, including Lee Yong-ho, Hyun Yong-chol, and Lee Yong-gil. A South Korean government report found that blind obedience by North Korea's military elite to Kim Jong-un has intensified under this reign of terror. North Korean military leaders appear to be trying to please and obey Kim in order to survive, rather than out of respect. This interpretation could explain why high-ranking military officials in the North appear uneasy in the presence of Kim, going so far as to cover their mouths.
The Marine Corps of South Korea and the U.S. have decided to hold drills next month aimed at simulating a deep inland infiltration of North Korea. Analysts say that since Pyongyang's nuclear test, the U.S.-South Korea combined forces have shifted their strategy from defense to offense.
The largest ever outdoor field maneuver exercise between South Korea and the United States will be held next month. Dubbed the Sangyong Drill, Marine Corps from both countries will take part. The exercise will include inland infiltration operations targeting the North's key facilities after penetrating the state's shores. Unlike previous drills that focused on landing operations to secure coastal bases, the upcoming exercise will be held on a higher level targeting inland infiltration. The exercise will involve state-of-the-art strategic U.S. weapons in operations aimed at destroying the North's nuclear facilities and missile bases. Sources say such weapons include the vertical takeoff and landing aircraft Osprey and the stealth landing craft New Orleans to ensure swift and clandestine operations. A military official said that a total of 10,000 troops will participate in the upcoming drill, 3,000 South Korean and 7,000 U.S. Marines, and that the period and scope of the exercise have also been expanded.
On Saturday morning, an artillery sound was heard near South Korea's Pyongyang Island, and local residents were advised to prepare for evacuation. Here are updates from the frontline island.
A South Korean naval ship patrols the waters north of Pyongyang Island, the northernmost island in the Yellow Sea. A North Korean patrol vessel can be seen anchored north of the northern limit line.
옛날 구형하고 신형하고 이게 차이가 나. 요 근래에 이렇게 새 것처럼 보이는 적이 있더라고.
North Korea's artillery cannons are not currently active. However, 28 shelters on Pyongyang Island have remained open for an additional day as an emergency precaution. Local residents are still uneasy as they prepare foods for a celebration of the first full moon of the lunar year.
일이 터지면은 여기 사람들은 여기 갇히잖아요. 마음은 좀 불안하죠.
The island's community office, which is tasked with issuing broadcasts for residents to evacuate, is being dismantled for reconstruction. This shelter will serve temporarily as a community office until a new office building is built. With broadcasting equipment moved in, the office is capable of responding swiftly to any emergency. A warning to prepare for evacuation was issued on the island following the sound of artillery from the north, but local residents of Pyongyang Island calmly carry on with their daily lives despite the tension.
With the world's largest mobile fair, the Mobile World Congress, upon us, Samsung and LG have unveiled the new models of their signature smartphones. Both products feature cameras with more sophisticated functions. Let's take a look.
Samsung Electronics on Monday unveiled its newest smartphones, the Galaxy S7 and Galaxy S7 Edge. Samsung says though the outward appearance of the new models looks similar to previous ones, their cameras enable users to take bright and clear pictures even in dark places. Samsung has also released its virtual reality camera, Gear 360, which can capture 360-degree videos and images. LG Electronics, for its part, has unveiled its new smartphone, G5. LG also released 8 other new products, including its high-performance audio module and camera that can be used along with smartphones and virtual reality headsets. Unveiling its new smartphone on the same day with Samsung for the first time ever, LG appeared confident. The new products from both makers feature batteries with about 30% higher capacity. The new smartphones will be showcased at the Mobile World Congress, the world's largest mobile fair, which kicks off on Monday afternoon, Korea Standard Time.
Many people are concerned about the safety of food these days. This may be the reason why there's been an increase in the number of people who themselves grow the vegetables they eat, which translates to a jump in seed sales. In turn, here's the story.
Vegetables, not flowers or ornamental plants, take up a corner of this sunlit living room. There are more than 10 kinds of vegetables, including lettuce, chicory, bok choy, and cauliflower. The process of growing vegetables is an enjoyable one, but in addition, they can immediately be put on the dinner table, helping to address the task of preparing side dishes.
눈으로 보면 너무 즐거워요. 즉석에서 제가 바로 따가지고 식구들한테 건강식을, 유기농 건강식을 해줄 수 있는 게 너무 좋습니다.
With an increase in the number of these savvy consumers, the sales of seeds have grown 60% over the past 3 years at a major supermarket. Simple, easy-to-grow gardening products are also available for office workers who have insufficient time. They are small, packaged pots. The demand for services that deliver freshly harvested vegetables daily from nearby farms is also surging.
그 농장에서 키우는 것도 보니까 이게 괜찮구나, 먹어도 되겠구나, 안전한 먹거리가 되지 않을까 그런 생각을 해서 먹게 된 거죠.
As consumers become pickier about food safety, they are opting to grow and check their ingredients for themselves.
Monday marks this lunar year's first full moon. However, cloudy skies are likely to prevent Koreans from seeing the moon in all its glory. Still, many enjoyed a variety of traditional events over the weekend to wish for a bountiful year.
A blazing arrow flies through the air to land on a big pile of straw called 달집 and sets it on fire. While the bonfire lights up the night sky, people chase away evil spirits and pray for a year without illness or worries. Children are having fun playing a traditional game called 쥐뿔놀이 by spinning cans of fire.
행운보다는 다 같이 행복을 느낄 수 있는 편안한 하루를 보냈으면 좋겠습니다.
A folk band travels through the neighborhood alleys to wish each household peacefulness. A traditional performance takes place in the front yard of a Hanok house to pray for a year of happiness. Merry masked dancers entertain people of all generations. This boy appears quite serious as he asks about his fortune this year. He's most curious about who will be his homeroom teacher.
원래 정말 좋은 선생님 만나겠다.
Traditional food is a must during the first full moon celebration. Koreans enjoy assorted mountain vegetables and herbs mixed with rice and 5 other grains. Peanuts and walnuts in their shells are cracked to scare away the evil spirits. Koreans have always enjoyed a variety of events celebrating the lunar year's first full moon in order to wish for health and good fortune throughout the year.
Descendants of the Sun, the first Korean drama broadcast in Korea and China simultaneously, is poised to go on air this week. Leading actors and production staff held a briefing on Monday to talk about the upcoming show. We have this and more in today's showbiz news.
Descendants of the Sun is about the dreams and loves of soldiers and doctors serving in an unfamiliar land afflicted by war and disease. The first TV series to be aired simultaneously in Korea and China, the show has been unveiled at a production briefing held Monday afternoon. Lead actors and key production team members took part in the presentation to talk about their thoughts ahead of the first episode's broadcast and their experiences during filming. Chung Jun-young, who led the Chung Jun-young Band last year, is returning to the music scene with a solo album after an 18-month break. Chung's management agency announced that his new single album will be released this Wednesday. The album's title track, Empathy, is an emotional ballad with a soft rock feel.
Coming through! This is Officer McCorn.
Back-to-back children's animated films have opened in theaters in time for spring break. Last week, Disney's Zootopia was released in Korea, drawing nearly 300,000 people in just 4 days. The German production Billy and the Brave Guys, which opened on the same day, also placed in the top 10 highest-grossing films of the week.
Green onions harvested when the cold wind is still blowing have longer green leaves, are softer in taste, and richer in aroma. Today we have tips on how to use green onions, known as pa in Korean, and some of the best recipes that include them. Harvesting is well underway at this green onion farm in Asan, South Chungcheong Province. Green onions, or pa in Korean, have long been part of Korean cuisine. What kinds of nutrients does the vegetable contain?
하얀 부분에는 콜세틴이라는 항산화 물질이 많이 들어있습니다. 이 녹색 부분에는 클로로필과 또는 이제 비타민 C가 많이 들어있습니다. 심혈관 질환에도 도움이 된다고 알려져 있습니다.
Now let's try our hand at making a healthy green onion dish. First, dust off any soil from the onion roots using a brush. In Oriental medicine, the part from the white stem to the roots of a green onion, called chongbek, is used as a medicinal ingredient. Don't throw away this part, save them to later cook up a stew or a porridge, a perfect cure for the winter cold. Drop the onion stem and roots into a pot of water mixed with soybean paste for a good boil. Add rice later and boil the mixture a little longer to complete the chongbek porridge, known to be good for chills and headaches.
총백은 해로운 사기를 몸 밖으로 배출하는 성질을 이용해서 초기 감기 치료제로 많이 쓰이고요. 강한 약을 쓰기 부담스러운 임산부의 감기나 또 산후부종에 씁니다.
This time we go for Korean-style pancakes. Chives grilled on a pan with a generous amount of oil become green onion pancakes or pajeon. If you want a warm soup in the freezing weather, what about the green onion dish called pagejang? First, you need to make the broth from beef brisket, lots of vegetables, and especially large amounts of green onions. Pagejang is a variation of the well-known beef stew called yukgaejang, with similar ingredients including mushroom and bracken fern. Green onions are the main hero in the pagejang green onion stew. Add seasoned green onions and beef to the cooked broth. Boil a bit more, sprinkle some salt and pepper, and the onion stew is ready. Local farmers who worked hard all day with the harvest are in for a handsome meal full of green onion dishes.
올겨울에는 파먹어서 감기 걱정 하나도 안 해.
There's nothing to throw away. Make every use of the roots, stem, and leaves. Include green onions in your daily diet for a healthy life. Now we'll take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.